My Hero Academia. Why am I here? Who I'm not supposed to be.
Well, we started.
I was
so-
supposed to be on a. I was supposed to be
Oh,
on a
you
train
actually
ride to
started?
Monaco at this point. Man, why are my cards different colors?
Is there a
Really,
problem?
I'm asking the real questions here. I'm asking the questions that everyone's scared to ask. Like, why am I a cat?
Intro.
You lie in April.
The only lie that was told this April was watch the show.
Oh.
I don't know. You guys go. Why am I buying
No.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. What?
Go.
What? You started off.
Why do I have to start it?
Because that's your punishment for not watching ReZero.
Bro, ReZero, I'm sorry, it was the hardest thing to watch. Maybe I'm being a little.
Oh,
Yeah.
I want to switch cards.
ReZero makes me think about restarting from zero, which makes me think of Giorno Giovanni. Which kind of sounds like Giovanni.
Guy from Pokemon.
Yeah? Yeah. He cuts Slowpoke's tails off for money. Okay, where to start?
Change the color, yeah?
What did I think of it? Okay, so going into this, I didn't know anything. I had anything. All I knew it was about these middle schoolers who liked music. Okay, and then basically, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna watch it because that's what you guys told me to watch. But going into it, all of you guys had told me, oh my god, this is like the best thing I've ever watched. Oh my god, this is like top 10 ever. Oh my god, this is like the greatest piece of media I've ever indulged in. Literally, my eyes have been blessed, my ears have been blessed, and now I am a better and changed man after watching this. And I was like, okay, buddy, those are some pretty high expectations. So because of that, I figured that I actually paid attention and that I actually looked and I actually thought about it, because I was like, if I come in here and I give like a caca intro and just came in here and said, it was okay, or it was ass, or it was pretty good, you guys were just gonna be like, oh my god, guy, talking about. So I actually went and I actually paid good attention. And it was after watching this that I was like, you know what? I need to be honest. And I was like, you know what? I think I need, and like I said, this whether I like it or not, it was low key an eye-awakening moment for me. I was sitting here and I was like, you know what? I think I need to be able to. What the I'm trying to have a conversation and you guys are just bending me over and giving me. Anyways, it was after watches I decided that I need to be able to distinguish and basically say that even though watching something isn't for me, and I particularly don't, I still should give credit and props for credit and props are due. Okay?
Oh no.
You know?
Okay.
So that's the conclusion I came to. So, like I said, I will give credit where credit due. It was a good show. It was made well. It had good and okay animation. I'm not gonna lie. The longer I looked at the female main character, because I can't remember their name to save my life. I honestly
Kari.
can't. The more I saw Kari's face, the more like uncomfortable it made me with the animation. I feel like the animation went down. That maybe I'm just delusional. That's what I thought. Like I said, I thought the story was good. I thought it was solid. I thought the characters were good. I thought the characters fit well. I thought the overall plot was really well. I thought also the backstory and the way that it evolved from like thinking that the mom is like an actually really really bad person when in reality it was just like you
Oh,
didn't understand
shit.
both sides of the story, and then of course little bro accidentally getting one pumped in the end. I'll give it, like I said. So if I had to give it a rating on like the actual like show itself, like from like a non-biased like outsider view, I'd give it like a 9 out of 10. But if I had to rate it off my enjoyment and how much I like enjoyed it, I'd probably give it like a 7.5 or an 8. I watched the first 3 episodes in the first day, and I knew that I was gonna drag ass to finish it, so I forced myself to finish the rest of it in one day. And I don't know, I kind of felt like I kept getting distracted, and like there were some points that weren't like too appealing to me to where I was like hyper focused on it. But like I said, I can appreciate that it was made well and that it was a good show and that everything about it was good. It just wasn't the type of show for me. And that's what I was gonna say, is that I just think for me, like the isekai / romance isn't really my genre to enjoy. And if it is a romance, I feel like for me it has to be more of like a comedic romance for me to enjoy it. The more like serious, sad, depressing, heartbreaking stuff isn't like my cup of tea. That's what I had to say. But overall, I think it was a good show on the surface.
That was a very well constructed
I
argument.
think that's a very fair opinion. Well,
No.
I don't know what to say anymore. I thought you were gonna be more stubborn about it.
Like I said, because like I said, the one thing that I did really enjoy and I think was like the main part that actually made me really think about it was because I knew bro I know bro female MC number 1 was cooked in the beginning. The second I saw the pill bottle, I knew she was cooked. I was like, oh, she's cooked. But I did think that the whole like plot where it's like, how do you continue knowing that like your body is giving up on you, and like no matter how much willpower you have, no matter how hard you push, there's nothing you could do. I did find that like I was like, damn, I low-key hadn't like seen that in a while. Or like instead of you just low-key being depressed and just like, damn, I'm cooked, I got 2 months to live, I'm just gonna go kill myself. You actually like
Low-key, the
embraced
part where she
it.
said let's commit double suicide.
That was crazy. David was there when I said it. When I watched it. 'Cause I
That
was
shit caught me
watching.
off guard. Like,
Yeah, she was
this was my second rewatch, and I did not.
I forgot about that.
I forgot she wanted to commit suicide.
Also, another thing. Is there no +2s in his deck?
Oh shit.
There's no
Oh
+2.
well, I want my card back.
Like I said, the side
I
characters
didn't take
like
your cards.
like I said, I think that the side characters all did like their part, but
I feel
personally
like
for me, none of them really like stood
Watsuri
out
was
to me.
kind of like done dirty of the side.
I didn't like Watari. I didn't like the softball girl that much.
So
I
you
did-
just
I-
like the main characters.
I liked the piano rivals. I like the piano guys.
Oh yeah, I thought they were.
I wish they played a bigger role because they kind of were just there to like get bro to lock in and then like comfort him when he was like crying his heart out on stage. I wish they played a bigger role. The lolly was kind of there. I mean,
Ooh.
she was aight.
Nagi?
But-
That was her name, right?
All the better
I think it
Nagi.
was Nagi. I think
The
it was
better
Nagi.
The
The
better
girls.
Nagi. That's a Nagi that's not a fraud.
Like I said, I don't know
Oh,
if I
fuck. Well, he obviously has
ever.
green.
I don't know if I'd ever be able to rewatch it. Like I said, the pacing wasn't necessarily bad. I just feel like after watching it and knowing what it is, I just don't like. It'd have to be a while before I watched it again, in my opinion.
You
You know,
bitch.
like I said, like I said, I think I could go on like happy, not happy. I guess happy. Like I said, I feel like if I weren't to have watched it, I would have been like, okay, whatever. But after watching, I was like, you know what? It was a good experience, and I don't regret not watching it.
Oh, that's the first time I get fucked by that. I was gonna scratch my
I'm locked
balls.
in now, bro. I'm done giving my speech, bro. Yeah, but that was okay. Like I said, I'd give the show
Oh.
itself like, and I actually thought about it. Like for me, if I had to grade it like on like a numerical like slash like letter scale, I feel like for me like 90 is like A, and then like 95
yeah,
up
shit.
is S tier. So I'd give it like a 93.
Alright.
I'd give it a 93 only because, like I said, it wasn't really my type of genre. And I feel like for me to put something in S tier, I feel like it has to be like a universal good show, but at the same time be like, I also like enjoy it a lot. That's why I said I'll give it like a 93. But like if it was put at like an S tier, I was like, you know, it is what it is. Like I'm not gonna show up to Gio's house and stick a dynamite in his toilet so when he goes take a dookie, his booty hole gets exploded.
Is that a JoJo reference?
No, but it could be. Anything could
That's
be a
what I'm saying.
JoJo
I think anything could be a JoJo.
Yeah.
I guess. Well, now that you talked a little, what was something that like? Well, because this was Edgar's first watch, but this was me and Mario's like. This was like my fourth rewatch. I'm not gonna lie.
This is my second full rewatch.
This is like
Like
to
my
be fair,
first rewatch.
I would like watch like a couple of the last ones, but this was like my first rewatch since I fully watched it. I guess what was some things that what was your favorite part about it, or like you know what I mean? I don't know what I'm trying to say.
I mean, I
Like the
really
best
like,
part of the show.
I really like the arc where he mentors Nagi.
Yeah.
I think that's
what
what
I
I
think
like.
about that arc.
Alright.
I don't know.
I like that arc as well. I'm like,
Like when he sees himself in her and like vice versa, like it's just also him like going on stage just to like give Kaori like more will to live. Cause like
bro, I'm not gonna lie, that part always gets me.
cause he did like it was after she said like let's commit double suicide. So he's like I'm gonna give
Yeah,
you a
because
reason
like she
to
had
live
already
again.
like kind of like she had already like fulfilled her dreams, so
Yeah.
she was kind of just like waiting to die.
Kind of like what she did to him, he did to her, essentially.
Yeah.
Favorite part.
I think my favorite performance was besides
The
the last.
last
Oh
one?
my god, huh?
The last one.
No, but besides the last one, I think it was either the one that he had with the girl Nagi, or the one where the first one he does by himself, where he like
In the
gets forced into it.
Oh, the
Huh?
rest is
The tournament where he's
yeah.
like where he meets
Where-
his
where, like,
rivals
he, like-
again.
Yeah, where he like stops mid
Yeah.
I thought that performance.
The one where the
I really
visual
enjoyed
he
that.
creates is like for sleeping in the music room.
Huh?
The one like the visual he creates is like of her sleeping in the music room.
Yeah, like where they're like back in the fucking. I think that was my favorite. My room is hot as shit. Hold on. That was my favorite one besides like the final. I'm not gonna lie. There's this saying, right? It's like idiocy. I think is like doing the same thing and like expecting different results. Every time I watch the show, bro, I go like it like. Oh, you guys are assholes. What am I trying to say? It's like I expect a different ending, but then you get kind of like.
Hey.
Bro gets cancer and dies.
You get kind of like, it's like a harsh reminder. I don't know. I really enjoyed it.
No.
What did you guys think of? I kind of find Tsubaki kind of annoying
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
because like
And
those
I-
issues.
And like I said, I knew from the beginning, bro. Like I said, I walked in here not knowing it, but I knew from the beginning, bro was cooked. I knew the second I saw the love triangle, I was like, oh, one of them is getting one of them ain't making it. And then when I found out her popping pills in the bathroom, I was like, oh, it's Fent. We got
Oh,
a Fent here. We got a Fentaholic.
Well, she kind of won by default. Well, I was telling Mara that it'd be funny if like she just didn't. Why would you take this?
I was thinking there is a universe where they made a season 2, and now it's like Tsubaki against Emi, who is like the piano rival, and she loses again.
Oh yeah, cause she liked them as well, right?
Yeah, she like loses
They know
again.
bro had emotion like that.
I don't think he Loki does. I didn't know playing piano would fucking. But hold on, I'll be back. Keep the conversation going.
Well, I think my favorite part I really liked was when bro was playing the piano by himself, and he was low-key like schizophrenic, and he was like, I can see my mama in the corner telling me I'm a failure, and that I will never amount to anything, and that I should just like keep listening to underwater music because I'm deaf as fuck. I was like, damn, bro, the tension was low-key crazy. Like,
How to
you
become
could see, you could low-key see bro like dying out there. I was like, damn, bro. I was like, I had to look away for a second. Like, damn, it's okay, bro. I'm not watching you. You can continue playing. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not judging. It's okay. But like I said, I think like my favorite part of it was the lore. I think that was what really carried it for me. That was like,
Lore.
yeah, low key, he got beat. Low key, he didn't have rights. Low key, shitty childhood, even though he's still a child. But then it's like,
He was like
well, actually,
13, right?
his mama was just trying to like make sure that she left bro ready. And then you look at the other girl and she goes, why are you playing with my boy's emotions like that? Like, why you keep calling bro friend A? Like, I'm about to pull up and like knock your shit, bro. Like, damn, bro, let my short king over here get some. And then it's like, oh fuck, she's low-key got cancer. She's low-key dying. Like, oh damn, like
Low-key dying.
shit. I kind of feel bad. And then I'm like, damn, it's okay. I won't run the favor to you anymore. You already got a lot on your plate.
Also,
Kinda. Loki don't feel bad. I Loki thought she was gonna die like 4 episodes earlier. I was like, damn, bro, she gonna bite Sedusto, and then bro's gonna like go on a training arc and be like, I see you in my spirits. I see you cheering me on from the
I thought she was
grave.
gonna die like earlier in the show. I didn't realize she makes
That's
it
what I
to the
was
end.
like. I was well, makes it or makes it, but I was like, damn, bro, I thought she was gonna the Dusto earlier, bro. Like, we know you're no we. Just you're cooked. Like, put in the towel. You're retired. There is no reboot card. But it was good. Like I said, I don't regret watching. You know, I
thing
think, like I
is,
said,
how they make you-
Bites the Dusto. Anyways.
One thing I like,
Like-
is how they kind of. Do you want to go first?
I think we should let Edgar go first.
Oh, okay. Edgar, go.
What are we doing?
I think that one. I was gonna say that one I really like is how they kind of make you feel like conflicted about his mother's. Because first you're like, well, what a bitch, but then you're
Okay, you
like,
should have got beat more.
yeah, and then you're like, well, damn, she was kind of put. Well, not I. She got beat. You're like, well, she was kind of put like in a tough situation because she wanted to make sure that he could like sustain himself after she was gone. Because at first I just kind of hated her, but then afterwards when he like the performance where he like sees his mom again or some shit, I was like, it's kind of rough.
when he has his flashback and it's like him sitting under the piano and you're singing like the lullaby, like that's like you start like seeing like the change and like her being abusive to her being like wanting the best for him.
She still shouldn't have hit him.
I think she should have.
But I like you can start seeing where like the desperation came from
Also,
because she wanted to leave.
the more the story goes on, the less she seems abusive. Cause like Kosei Loki has like a lot of like childhood memories of him being outside doing dumb stuff.
Or like jumping off a bridge.
Right,
should've drowned.
like at first I'm like meant to like believe that like oh he never left the house or something, but then it's like He did a lot of like child, like kid stuff.
His cat got deported.
Let's go.
His cat got deported.
Low key, I'm not gonna
Good
lie to
shit,
you.
bro.
After the first 12 episodes, I was like, bro, the only character in the show is the cat.
Wait, what?
What?
What'd you say?
What'd I say?
The only important character was the cat.
Damn.
The cat who
Mine
got
is
run
damn
over?
goodies. Notice how the cat who was low-key like schizophrenic was green eyes, but then the cat in the intro was blue eyes, and then the cat that got murked on the street was blue eyes. Like I said, I paid attention. I paid attention to every single
I didn't
detail
pay
because I look.
attention to the cat's eyes.
Damn. Way to go, Joe.
I don't
Did
think
not
it's...
pay attention to the most prominent detail of the cat, besides him being black.
I thought that was just like bad luck thing. More like... Oh, fuck. Took my deck. I think that... I will say that I think we touched... I don't know if we touched on it. I feel like every character had like their little arc besides Watcher. It just kind of felt like he was there to be like the player friend. You know what I mean?
But like,
didn't
I
really,
feel
like, have-
his arc was like losing the soccer game and like
Bro, that was like
Even
half an
then,
episode.
bro, that, like... Everyone has like their whole little arc, like how like Kosei with the whole like like wanting
whole
to
show.
live against Kaori. But yeah, the whole show. Well, mainly him and Kaori, and then even Tsubaki has the one where she like realizes that she's in love with. She like accepts her feelings for like Kosei, but he didn't get anything. He was low-key just like the player of the whole show.
I feel like he was a comic relief the whole show. But then he's also a good supporting character because like you like Kosei was like really down bad,
He
like
was a
really
good
sad.
friend.
Like
I
he's
don't
the
know how
one
many
who like
friends are
went
like...
towards him and like told him to like lock in essentially.
Yeah, and I don't know how many friends were just okay with you liking their girl. That's me. I was like, what the fuck?
But I feel
He's
like,
like, "That's okay, bro."
even he knew like
Nah, he knew
what her
that he
true
liked her.
intentions were.
You think he knew?
I mean,
No, 'cause
he's
'cause
like,
he
hey,
even
you're
said
the
that,
one
like-
she needs. You're the one
Yeah,
she
he
needs
was
right
like,
now.
you're the one she... And it's still because like wasn't this like the first girl that he like actually like had feelings to like say that like because like at the end she's like it's okay, he's probably forgotten about... Oh my god,
And he has like the
he
the
still hasn't
wallpaper
moved
still.
on.
okay,
Yeah.
but like, here's the thing. Like, if you were like, let's say, and you fuck with like 10 different girls, and then there's this one girl who like you spent a good amount of time with, and all of a sudden she hits the gulag, like you're not gonna be like, damn, she low-key just got 360 no-scope trips, got sent to the gulag, did not win the match. Do not return, do not pass go, do not collect $200. Like, low-key, I'd be a little depressed too. It's crazy work.
I'm sorry, Mario. I don't want this.
It's like, that's all I'm saying. Like damn, I'd be like, yeah, I just spent like I just spent the last 8 months hanging out with this one Shawnee for like every single day, and then now she low key got like murked, you know? She accidentally pulled up to O Block and she ain't make it. That's what
I
I'm
just
saying,
really
like,
didn't like Saki. Like I guess she's like, how old is she? She's like 13.
I think
Like the part where she was like, she'll never like you.
no, I think they're 14.
They're 14. Well,
Because
whatever.
I think Nagi's 13 and they're 1 year older.
Oh, gotcha. I just didn't. Like I like I don't remember not liking her the first watch, but this one I didn't really.
I feel like Nagi was kind of there. Like, I get Nagi's purpose in the show was to kind of like refine his skills so that he's finally at like his
mirror him when
peak.
he was.
Yeah, it's to mirror.
I honestly, I thought that Nagi was just like, I'm like, can you hit a double gun volley into a soccer goal? No. So why are you on my screen? But anyways,
I mean,
on
she's
some
not
real
a
shit.
fraud.
Can
on
Nagi
some
pass
real
a
shit.
competition? No.
Can Nagi,
he
like,
did
not
pass
suck
the
at what
first,
he's good at?
second, and third selection.
But not the
So
one
technically,
that matters.
I mean, but like she's low key cooked too, though.
Bro,
Is she?
she's a child prodigy. Nagi's just another
Child
soccer-
prodigy, my ass. Anyways,
Don't they
I'm not
literally
getting
say
into
she's
it.
like a prodigy?
Anyways, I'm not getting it.
They call her
'Cause
the
I could
angel
care
at that
less.
high school. It's like they.
I could that middle school. Like I said, I could get care less about the lolly. Like I said, I understood why she was there, you know, so that he could refine his skills and be finally at like the peak because he was like he was at a slow incline
Didn't
the whole time. I was
his
like, okay, now he's at
mother-in-law-
his
like
before
his
the final
mother-in-law say that,
competition.
like the main reason he made her take her on friends was like he would still have something when, because I think she low-key knew that Kaori was cooked. Because is it the show she says like I made him take her out, like he some shit like that? Doesn't she say something like that?
The actual teacher.
Yeah, like the one that was friends with his mom. Doesn't he say that he made her take her on, so he would like have something? I
think
swear she
he
said
mentioned
something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
anything's possible if you think hard enough.
Is it?
Yeah.
No.
But
Well,
must say, I mean, I enjoyed it a good amount. Like I said, 75 out of 100. You know, like I said, but I am able to appreciate art. You know, like I low key don't know what Michelangelo did, but I know he was a good painter and he did stuff. But I don't know.
I know he's a turtle.
I liked it way better than that, bro. Oshinoko was dog shit. I liked it way better than Oshinoko. What else did we watch? It's not better than Dandadan. Hell no. I think I like it better than
I
ReZero.
think it's better than Don.
Well, I mean, everyone's freely express yourself as we are in the country of the United States of America, so you are able to express your opinion freely. I liked it better than ReZero. Like I said, I don't think ReZero is technically bad. Like I said, I just don't think the isekai genre is my type because I low key be getting like, I tried watching like Red Ranger, whatever the hell that was. Oh my god, I couldn't, bro. I'm like so like I only watched one isekai and I'm already burnt out of the. Oh, I was a normal human. And now I'm like a magical
what I've
being.
noticed?
Like I'm low key
ReZero
like.
somehow
like,
pops up in every discussion we have.
Bro, I'm sorry. It's just like.
It's like the.
Bro, I remember what I wanted to say badly. Tell me who's the main character girl's name again?
Kosei.
I don't know.
Kaori.
Kosei? Oh
Yeah,
my god,
Kaori's
Kaori, whatever her name, Karuizawa from fucking My Hero. Wait, Karuizawa, who am I talking about? What are we talking about?
Karuizawa?
Anyways, she is basically just an ugly ass version of Federica. She is an ugly ass version of Federica from ReZero.
Bro sees
Wow.
a blonde and says it's Frederica.
Yeah.
So is
Ugly ass
every
version of
blonde
Federica.
character Federica?
Yeah.
How did you even remember? Not once looking at.
It's what
She's
I
just
focus
blonde.
on.
They have nothing in common. They're just
both-
blonde.
They're both Japanese.
Blonde.
They're both girls.
Is
Both blonde.
Federica Japanese? Isn't she like a human
Isn't
being?
she
Low
like
key,
a demi-
low key, she's Mare.
She's a fucking cat.
She's Mare.
I mean,
Kaori
like I said-
likes
like,
cats.
Like I said, I had to
Kaori
literally
likes cats.
glue my eyes to the screen to not pay attention because like I was like I low key gotta lock in, bro. Because like I said, if I walk in this conversation and say this shit is ass, I'm just gonna get like it's like all firing squad aim at bro and just execute him on spot. Like
Okay, but
I
think
would
you
have
can
just
admit that,
died in
like,
here.
It's good at tugging at your emotion. Like that
I mean,
rooftop
it was
scene where,
sad.
like, Kaori had given up, and then Kosei is like, "Let's have one last." Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I was sad as fuck.
It was sad, but like
That scene's one of my favorites in the whole show when she's like on the roof.
I guess that it was
I love
sad,
that
but
scene.
like I was like, oh, okay, I guess it's kind of cute. Oh, I guess it's a little, it's nice. I gave a little smile. I was like, oh, I was like, okay, let's continue.
Nah, this show changed my life back in like 2020.
That's
I would not be the same
No
person
comment.
I am today about.
I will not be the person I am today. Honestly, if I would have not watched the show, I'd probably still be the same person I am today.
I'm not gonna lie. I think I enjoyed it more on my re.
Rewatching
Like I said,
more
it might
things,
have to
but
be.
the first watch,
No,
it hurt
definitely
more.
the first watch was more emotional. But honestly, for my first watch was a while ago.
What?
Low key, like, but also
Oh
for
my
me,
god.
I've never like, and like I said, this is just me. I've low key never really felt sad, like watching
Would you
anything.
laugh
Like
at
I've felt distraught and like, like shocked. But like I think the only thing I could base it off is like the only time that I watched something that like I physically was like, damn, bro, this is kind of hard to watch and kind of sad. Was Guardians of the Galaxy 3. That one was sad. Rest it, but my boy Rocket, he went through that shit, bro. Like, I'm a Rocket man at heart, bro. Like, I understand his pain, but like that shit was crazy. Like watching your girl get blood, it's crazy, man. It's crazy work.
You switched
But-
for one card.
Look at the deck I
yeah.
have. To me, you wouldn't switch.
It was devious, bro. It was devious. Like I said, good. 7.5. Unbiased opinion, 9.3. Better than ReZero. Better than
How does
Oshino.
that work though? Shouldn't
It's
your-
because like I said, I can appreciate that it was good. And that's why I'm giving it a 9.3. But like I said, I just didn't. For me, it just didn't have that like. What I had it in my head before we started this, but then after
Okay,
all
but
these
let me
weird
ask,
conversations,
what would it have needed to? Let's see what Figgy, it's like appeal to you. What would it have needed to be Figgy approved?
for me, like I said, it's not like I could come in here because, like I said, one of the things that I felt like with me was that it kind of was hard for me to like. It was hard to keep my
Oh,
interest. And like I said, I can't just walk in here and say like, "Oh, there wasn't enough action," because that doesn't make sense. Of course, it's not gonna have action. Of course, it's not gonna have that. But like I said, the one thing that I am low key should have happened. But
Like
anyways,
Corey throw
like I
it.
said, the one thing that I was gonna mention right now is like at least with Steins Gate, like I said, Steins Gate that I'm watching right now, I think it's pretty good. So the one thing I will say about Steins Gate is same thing. It isn't really action packed. It isn't really like a lot. But every single time I'm watching an episode, I could at least like see that there's a lot of tension. There's a lot of emotion. Like bro is like genuinely tweaking out. Like he's genuinely tweaking. I feel like if there was a little more like for example like moments like where he says want to kill yourselves together, I was like oh, literally my jaw dropped. In a way, I just heard that. Like, am I still watching the same show? I feel like it was more moments that where it's like just straight, just dark,
a
like not like
romance.
dark, not dark, but it's a romance about someone who has cancer and can't walk, and they end up dying at the end.
Okay, but imagine how sad that must be, bro. Just your body starts like failing.
Like the moment where she was walking, legs give out, and she's smashing against her legs. That was a good scene. I love that. I feel like I just wanted, for me, like I said, I just feel like
she starts hitting her legs. That part.
like
That's it.
that. Like I said, I feel like with a show that's like heavily reliant on like tugging at your emotions. For me, like I said, yeah, it was sad, but like for me, it's like it was just kind of sad. I feel like I wish there was like a little more like darker moments. I feel like it kind of sounds not really what I'm trying to
You
explain.
want more emotional moments, but I think
I
the
want more
lack of
emotional-
those
How emotional can you
moments
get?
makes each
How
one
much more emotional
hit
can you
more.
get?
I do agree with just what you said, Mario. Like there isn't as many like wow, but when they are wow, it is wow. Like I said, like the whole thing with the mom coming back and be like, "This is your punishment. You now must play in water." I was like, okay, bro.
That's not very
I've heard her say this like 4 times, and I knew the second like when she slowly like her face started slowly revealing, I was like, okay, bad person. You know, it's just a clouded judgment. Little bro only knows one side of the coin. Once he finds the second side of the coin, he'll finally see his mama's face, and then he'll finally be like, oh, yo, okay, my mom not that bad of a person. That's what I said. I feel like the whole mom thing I think was necessary, but I kind of got bored after like I saw her appear like 4 times an episode. So I feel like if the mom moments were like more like extreme, which they were towards the end when she was like, wait, my mom, maybe she was a mom. Maybe she wasn't this psychopathic woman who beat me with her cane.
I mean, she was.
She
but
still was, but like,
she still
She
beat him.
was, but
just not 24/7.
low-key wish she got beat more. The character development would have went crazy.
I just feel like surely at some point he must have caught on that like Kaori didn't just see him as a friend. I told Mario about this. Surely at some point he showed up like. But Mario did say that like what was it you said? Like, he had like an inferiority complex. No, like his friends like how could she like me when she...
Like,
Man, I'm just
when your boy is like quite literally him, right? Like you're like, nah. Like you
yeah. Before I lose her, who no one could possibly like me. They're just saying that to be nice. Don't worry
Also,
about
I
me,
don't
guys.
think he
I'm
really-
just gonna walk home alone, press, and sit in my room and not play my piano.
also,
That's
but
how bro was.
I don't think he really cares because, like, as we said, he low-key has motion in the show. Like,
He does got motion.
He got motion like the ocean. I wish the ocean gave him no emotion.
I think that if you're a girl in the same age and you play piano, you like him, and that's what it felt like.
cause he is just, he's the goat. Like we're made to think
He's
he is the
like
goat.
he's like a prodigy.
And
Yes.
big.
He's
Go.
like the Lamine Yamal of fucking
Fucking piano.
piano players. Yeah.
Bro is low key a robot
I mean,
until the end.
yeah, I mean, yeah. But that's what makes him like go. Like that's. He's a.
But like
robot.
everyone was saying, what's the fun in that? Oh, broken. Like he could do what he's supposed to do. Congratulations, you did it
Basically,
right.
his mom's job was just teaching him how to play, and Kaori's job was giving him like a play. No, that's like what kind of.
But, like I think like her
his mom
mom's
taught him
main
how to
goal
play.
was, like,
Kaori gave him a reason.
because she wanted him to like learn to play perfectly, because she didn't have time to make him
Yeah,
learn how
'cause
to
she was
like
gonna
love
die.
music. Like she just like
Yeah.
Which
if you
is
ca-
low-key kind of stupid because like the whole reason you put your kid to put piano was because your college prodigy best friend told you to. So knowing that you're low-key gonna bite Zadusto and your best friend is like low-key cracked at piano, why didn't you just
Dude,
like
I think she
teach
was
bro
also
piano
cracked at
and then when you die like she could just take over because she ended
I
up
think
taking over
everyone was cracked
anyways.
at piano.
she was also cracked at piano.
Yeah, but when you introduce Shawty, she's like, oh my gosh, she's a leader front of piano technologies. Oh my gosh, she's goated. Like, damn, she's goated? Where the fuck she
I think
been
she's
at?
one of the
Bro's
best
low-key
teachers in
riding
the
it.
show, no? Like in Japan.
Exactly, which is what I'm saying. Like, she should have just had the baton over to Shawty. Which kind of confused me because I was like, Shawty ended up coming back and been
Like,
depressed
what
the
are you
last 2
talking
years.
about now?
Bro's been depressed the last 2 years, and you're just like, all of a sudden, when bro decides that he just says, I'm no longer going to be depressed anymore, all of a sudden you just like reappear, like, damn, bro, I'm back with the milk. Like,
Oh,
fuck?
it's always like,
Like,
saying
I'm
that she
back
left
with
from
the
a
milk.
hard time.
Exactly, but all of a sudden, now that bro's like, cooking, bro's low-key kind of being successful. She's like, I
Nah, she
got
she
this,
was.
bro.
But I think
But
because
my
she
whole
also
thing is
had
like-
guilt because she was the one who like pressured.
She's the
Kosei's
one who
mom.
pressured
Okay,
him.
but that's even, like, even worse. If I low-key,
so
like,
Figgy's saying is that's even more incentive to stay, but she left. She just dipped.
it's like this, like if like Gio had like a legit, and then I was like, yo Gio, bro, this legit, he's low-key cracked at like he's
Fortnite.
cracked at Fortnite. I'm like, he should play Fortnite. And then Gio like tries to teach him how to be like cracked at Fortnite, but then Gio like dies, so like he teaches him only how to crank 90s. And I'm like, damn, I was like, low-key, the reason bro's low-key cooked is my fault. I should low-key like not leave him because like it's kind of my fault. So like now it's my responsibility and my incentive. Like I have to take responsibility for my actions. I low-key gotta help bro. Instead I'm like, psych bro, good luck cranking 90s on your own, bro. I'll teach you how to aim when I come back in
To
2 years
be
when you're
fair,
no longer.
he does have a dad.
Does he?
He does.
He does. He does have a dad.
Does
You
he?
don't see him. So maybe.
So
something
he went to
could
go make
infer is that she came because his dad was gone. That's why she didn't show up until now.
but bro was
Maybe
looking
that's-
like
Also,
like
I feel like we
it's
should've-
kind of like
we should have
this.
seen the
Like,
dad at least one time.
Why are anime dashes never present?
but like okay, but
Yeah.
it's like this though. It's kind of like this. Like
It's
little
always either
Timmy,
a dead
little
mom
Timmy, little Timmy got
or
a
like no parents at all. There's never
like,
a dad.
because they just like fuck them kids.
I-
It's like little Timmy got a dad, but like his dad went to go get milk. Like he still got a dad, but he doesn't have a dad. You know what I'm saying, down? Like he
That
got
was
a
the
dad.
slowest-
Like he got a dad. Like he's there. Like
He's there.
like
He's there.
he
He's
can't exist
around
without
it.
a dad.
Dude, he's a
Like
phone
he
call
can't
away.
exist without a dad. So like he got one. But that don't mean he got a dad. Just because you got a dad don't mean you got a dad, you know? The got a dad and gotta, you know, they two different ones, you know?
Instead
So, like,
of
he
a
got one,
father,
but he don't got
has
one.
He has a piggy bank that just like funds his like schools or whatever.
Low key, if I was 14 and living in my house by myself, I low key would just pull a bootleg Federico. Who's Federico? Federico.
What?
Featuring Federico's crazy work.
I feel like we're getting way off topic.
Was there even a topic to begin with?
We were talking about deadbeat dads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are very common nowadays.
Should we continue the trend?
Well, that
I'll
infer
have
that
you
I,
know,
I,
my children will be very loved.
My children. will be
I
very-
I'll have you know that it's a 50-50 shot.
What the fuck? If it's
I'm a
girl or
flip a coin.
boy. If it's a girl or a boy.
50-50 shot. They come out of the womb and I'm like, do you like JoJo? And if they nod their head, I'm putting them back in. It's a wrap. Go back to spawn point. Don't
What
wanna
about
see
the
you.
mom?
Shit, you too.
The mom goes back too.
Head back to spawn point. We'll try again later. Bites the dust though.
Oh, fuck me, bro.
You know, it's always the people who you would not expect to have motion who have motion. I was watching JoJo earlier. Bro, Koichi got motion like that, bro. He got motion. And bro was just like a 4'2".
I mean, bro, they never
You know-
depicted Kosei as like a loser. They never depicted him that way. He's just depressed.
They
only
called
thing-
him the fallen once at the top of his level. One of the greatest to ever do it.
they don't
Banished
call
by
him a loser.
society.
They never
Yeah,
say
but you
he's like
couldn't-
chopped or like that. He's like
He is
Oh.
unathletic.
Okay, but
He is
like
very
Huh?
at the same
unathletic.
time,
he is.
they're like in like 8th grade, so like low key they ain't really like mean like that. It depends. Like I don't think going around like, hey you, piano fingers, good luck playing the piano with your dead mom.
Yeah, like bowling and piano's kind of like.
I don't think they're pulling up to bro and be like, hey piano fingers, how's your mom? Like I think that's a little like excessive. No. Like, they're not going out to say like, hey soccer kid, how about you kick some of these balls? You know, so like I wouldn't say that he's necessarily a loser, but like at the same time, bro, the entire show did not talk and or hang out with anyone except those 3 people.
Do you hang out with anyone besides your friends?
Yes.
He does have more than
That
3
doesn't-
friends though.
That doesn't even make sense though. Of course you're not hanging. What?
There's just random ass dude in my science class, so like I don't know him, but like he'd be like talking to him and like going to the bathroom and shit.
Piggy just gave Edgar the win. Oh my god. Oh, you're so
Psych!
lucky.
I lied. These are
Oh
not
my
your
God.
fries.
You know what I found funny? That Tsubaki
The
had,
entire
like,
show.
had like a 10-year advantage and she still lost.
Did she though? That's up for
she had home
interpretation.
well, okay, she won by technicality. But what I'm saying is that like, if Kaori
So you're
hadn't
saying that if I'm like someone for a shoddy, just kill them and I win by technicality?
died, I mean, killing them and like them
Dying-
dying
Dying
naturally
of
is two
cancer.
very different.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like someone accidentally dropped water on your drive-through and it actually turned into ice due to the
Like,
winter.
have you guys seen
And you
that
just so
fucking Harley Quinn
happenly
the cancer?
slide down, and then you just like happen to like slam into a tree that happened to have 2 knives sticking in it that just so happened to be placed there.
Given cancer. This game hasn't won. Well, should we wrap it up? Should we just give like our final thoughts? I guess our rating.
I wish Oshinoko was
10 out of 10 on my point.
10 out of 10.
figured.
Every episode was amazing. The best to ever do
Oh.
it.
Well, I guess my final thoughts were like in terms of like tugging at your emotions. I don't think I've ever seen tugging
have
my
Grange
emotions as much as
Galaxy
this one
Gun
did. I liked all the side things. Like Tsubaki was okay. I didn't really like it. I give it like a 9. Thought it was like a 9 out of 10. Edgar, what'd you think?
I give it a 9 and a 10 as well.
A 9.
Yeah.
Eh,
Emotionally wise, I think it was pretty good. I like the last. I think the last episode was a pretty good time to everything.
But no.
I agree.
Yeah.
No. Loki, the sad part wasn't even her dying. For me, it was when he's reading the note. That to me was the sad part.
My saddest part, I thought, was like when the mom only beat him 4 times with a cane. I was like, Loki, you should have
Just
given him 5 more. You should have beat him 5 more times. Really, like, instill that fear in him, you know? Anyways, like I said, I'd give it personal rating 7.5. You know, after talking about it, I give it 7.8. But unbiased opinion, I give it a 9.3. Like I said, I think it did the job it needed to do. You know, it was supposed to be a sad romance anime about someone catching feelings after having an abusive mama and then getting emotionally abused later on in life because apparently she had to like, what are the chances that like your
How
mom and
unlucky do you gotta be?
love to like both get the same disease?
That's
like,
what how
that's
unlucky do you gotta
crazy.
be?
But here's my thing. Low key, she lost a feeling in her legs, so why not just chop off her legs? Like,
I don't think that was.
So the thing was that like she's gonna die anyway. But the surgery she had would have extended her a little. It would have extended her lifetime a little. But it also is risky. Like, I don't know, they never say what
so she
has,
bet
but-
the house on black and that's crazy
Yeah,
work.
and lost, yeah.
That's crazy work.
She was like, I'm gonna die anyways. Like, she wanted to play with Kosei one more time.
She ended up just fucking up my boy even more, bro, to be honest. Like, imagine if she just happened to die, like, right after. Like, imagine, like, she was like, let's kill ourselves together, and then low-key, she just died the next episode. Bro would have been fucked up for life. You know? Like, that's crazy work. But like I said, I think it did its job. It was supposed to be a sad, nice, not really good ending, but solid, like, happy ending. It did what it needed to do, and it met, like, all the requirements. It had pretty good characters. You know, all the arcs were pretty meaningful. There wasn't a real filler, unlike Filler Piece. I think, like I said,
Crazy.
like I said,
I agree, Figgy.
it did what it needed to do as anime, and I think it did it well. You know, like I said, I don't think that it is overall better than like My Dress Up Darling or Alia, but I felt like I had more enjoyment. I said, but I had more enjoyment watching those two than I did watching Lion April. Like I said, I think Lion April is statistically and overall made better, but I had a more enjoyable time watching the other two.
That's a crazy
Like I said,
statement.
I just don't think the isekai and like super serious extreme romance is my type of genre. I think I'm more of the comedic one and the more like quick, intense type of shows. But like I said, I can at least
funny when she would yell at him. That was funny.
I did find that funny, and I find those moments too where he would pull up depressed as fuck and he goes,
And she
"Oh,
just
you come
fucking,
here!"
yeah.
That was funny as fuck. I low-key laughed. I chuckled a little.
Shit.
Oh,
Official!
Figgy won. Figgy won.
What a way to end the show! My
Figgy
God.
won. There's no way
Game
we
chat
can do it.
chats.
Oh,
Game chat chats.
Cause we all know what he has now.
I know he.
Cause I feel like the only lie told in April was this show was the greatest piece of entertainment media that I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my god.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Jojo Bizarre Adventures Peak.
What
10
a
out of 10
way
would
to
recommend.
end. Holy
Yeah.
shit. Alright, so should we just place it on the tier list and then end it?
Yeah, like I said, I think it
Yeah.
was better than ReZero and Oshinoko, but Dandadan is still top tier. Like, ever since Dandadan ended, I low-key haven't been the same. Like, life doesn't have has less meaning now,
Tier was
and I feel
done.
like Dandadan, if it doesn't come back, I might not come back. I might have to retire from the sport. Like, how can I leave me on a cliffhanger? Like, how do you not notice that your house doesn't have an entire room? What's in that room?
Well,
Why is bro tweaking?
you're like
Find out
April.
next time on Dragon Ball Z.
It's S tier, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, my opinion gets negated automatically, so just discuss among yourselves.
Top of S? Top of S?
I've
Don't think
stated
so.
my
I think in
opinion.
the middle.
So
Between ReZero Season 1 and ReZero Season 2.
mid-zero.
The thing is, it's kind of hard to compare them.
But one's the GOAT and the other's ReZero.
Is it better than ReZero?
I mean, it touched
It's
me
better
more
than
than
ReZero Season 2. It's better than ReZero Season 2. Season 1 is the question.
I think it's better than ReZero, but I had better enjoyment watching ReZero. ReZero, like, even though bomb and he low-key shouldn't exist, and he should low-key just give up on life, it was ReZero was decent.
I mean, I'm fine with that placement.
Or we have it between the ReZeros.
Like,
Yeah, I
to
think
this
that's
day, nothing, no show or even piece of media will ever come close to the feeling I felt first watching Attack on Titan. Oh my god, it was the greatest thing I've ever felt in my life.
Until you'll watch One Piece.
Filler piece.
It's not even filler, it's pacing. Pacing piece
I-
I'll understand. Filler piece
I
is wrong. Filler
Buggy
piece
the
is
Pirate.
disingenuous.
So lame.
But it's not filler.
Steins
My
Gate will
whole
get
thing
S tier as well,
is-
trust.
Gate. I mean, it's pretty good. Low-key, is carrying the show, but it's okay. I like Steins Gate.
Who the fuck
beginning
is
was
Lua?
kinda. That's me.
Alright,
Alright.
that's it.